So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. How are you? Well, happy, well, whatever it is. Come on in. Good to have you here today. I do have a little bit of a rasp in my voice today. Why? I have been talking nonstop here for 5 hours, and I didn't get paid a dime for it, too, which makes it even more fun. I'll talk about that in a sec. Yes, it's true. I do get paid to talk, to speak. That's what it is. And I've been doing that for a very long time. I actually joke about that. People say, so Scott, what do you do? So I get paid to talk. It's a little sarcastic, but it's true. So when I talk for free, it's like, and I talk anyway. I talk for free all the time. But in this case, this morning, it was amazing. So let me tell you why I start this way today. And let me set this up right before we get onto something very cool today. You need to know about being yourself and knowing who you are. We live in a world of, as I talked about last week, of AI and the siloation. Is that a word? The siloation? It sounds like a word. Could be. We're siloing everybody off. We stay in our silos to ourselves. We do our own thing, right? And I spent the whole weekend working on some apps. It was a rainy weekend here in Florida. And I'm like, I'm all about opportunity. I'm all about, well, listen, if I can't go outside and play, if I don't feel like reading a book, let me sit down and see if I can make something that will be good for me and good for other people. And maybe build a business branch and start making some money. It started making money this morning, by the way. A weekend's worth of work. Crazy. But I came out of this time dealing with AI and apps and everything else. And I got up this morning to go to the gym, and I just really wanted some human connection. And that's really what's going to be the currency of the future is human connection. I'm really seeing it happening now. So I got out and I talked to my wife this morning. It was great. Went to the gym, met my buddies, and we went to the sauna after our workout and did a mastermind in there. And amazing ideas. Then I came home, a couple of guys working on the outside of my house. We had some stucco issues, and I'm watching them and talking to them. I'm one of those guys. When you come to work on my house, I'm probably going to watch you, not because I'm checking on you, because I'm interested in what you're doing. Perpetually curious. I don't know how to do stucco. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool how you do that. It's like cutting hair. I have no understanding how people actually cut hair and make it look good. None. I've seen it done 1,000 times. I just like to see it and talk about how you do that. I say this because we live in a world where we're so siloed off, like I said. And we could get kind of put the walls up with this AI thing that's coming. It feels real, but it's not. But the greatest currency of all time, the most valuable thing you own here in the very next couple of years, I think starting today, is your ability to connect with humans. Not only when it's good for you, but when it's uncomfortable for you. And to navigate the waters. To figure out a way to do it, not just walk away or ask ChatGPT what to do with the conversation I just have. That's not wrong. You can do that. But the human currency that you have, the ability to interface with humans and interact with them, wow, so powerful. I'm so happy. Today was one of those days. I like to live a kind, joyful life if I can. It is fully intentional. I make those plans. If you're mean, I don't like you and I don't work with you. If you're nice, I like you, we'll work together. We'll just hang out, whatever. It's intentional. And I was coming back from the gym today. I'll share it with you because I work on myself every single day and I think you are too. Hang on, let me sound like a Gen Z right now. I literally said 100% that, man, I just got a good life. I'm just happy right now. All because of human connection. I hope you can get that today. I hope you can. But how do you get that? Let's get into this thing today and take you down a little bit of a road. A few months back, I talked about ideology. Ideology is driving a lot of bad stuff these days. Watch the news for just a couple of minutes. You'll see ideology all over the place. But let me present something to you that every single person on the planet has their own ideology. You do too. Remember, what you believe is what you believe, and that's right. What I believe is what I believe, and that's right. Are we wrong? Maybe. Are we right? For sure, if it's what we think we're right about, right? It's what we're up against. And it's been weaponized. It's been propagandized. It makes money. It's been monetized in so many ways. So whenever you talk to anybody on the planet anywhere, understand that there's some ideologically driven thought in their brain. You're going to come up against that. And you may or may not like it. But the trick is, can you, because you can't avoid everything, right? Some people say, just talked to a gentleman earlier, and he said, yeah, I've learned not to participate in certain things. I agree. If you're foolish, I don't participate with you because I don't want to be a fool. If you have a foolish idea, I'm not going to follow through because why? That's foolish. But if I can look at anything that's going on that may be outside my wheelhouse or a place that makes me a little bit uncomfortable and I don't want to go through it, but I can see that it may be good for me on whatever level I'm looking for right now, then I got to figure out how to navigate it, right? So my ideology gets put to the side and genuinely we kind of create an ideology together. Are you there? It's my way or the highway. Highway is lonely, man. And the highway eventually runs out someday. It's easy to be my way or the highway with AI around. You feel so smart until it makes you stupid. Humans make you feel stupid or mad right off the bat until they make you feel loved. Ideology, is it a creed, a culture, a dogma, an outlook, philosophy, theory? What is it? Just a view of the world, a worldview? Yeah, I think so. But let's not forget that we have ideas and principles and tenets as well. But at the end of the day, ideology is what you stand for in the world. It's your worldview. You can typically tell how do I word this? Let's say it the way it is, man. If somebody sounds stupid and acts stupid, they probably have a very small view of the world. If somebody's kind of chill and sounds very wise, they probably have looked at the world. They probably traveled a lot. They probably have much more experience. I tend to pay attention to that when I deal with people in coaching because so many wise people I work with all the time. I'm always humbled by what they teach me. I know something. I know their worldview is completely different than mine. The only worldview we share is where they listen to me and I talk to them on the podcast. We have that in common. As I begin to share my thoughts of the world, they go, oh, we're kind of the same. And as I meet them for the very first time, I'm like, yeah, we're kind of the same. Kind of interesting how the world goes. But one of the things that we do that I've done extensively for a while here is something I've called my daily awareness diary. Not going to teach it today, but it's a brilliant idea. I'm going to say it right here. And a lot of people, man, I don't want to do a diary. Okay. But what we did was I came up with 10 questions. And those 10 questions take you, 7 or 8, 9 minutes to answer, maybe 10 minutes max. And what I learned was that if we ask the same question every single day, that's our control. But then we change what we do for our life every single day. That's different. But we're still asking the same question. The answer is going to change. And when the answer changes, you begin to spot patterns.
4th of July savings are happening now at the Home Depot with select appliances starting at $398. Plus, get free delivery on appliance purchases of $398 or more, no membership required. Upgrade your kitchen with a modern and sleek GE Profile refrigerator featuring hands-free autofill for the perfect pour every time. And make laundry day easier with 2-in-1 washer-dryer combo innovation that completes laundry in about 90 minutes. Shop top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 17th to July 8th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
And so we extrapolate that. We take it further than that. We get people to do it for 10, 15, 20, 21 days. Don't use that number, right? And they extrapolate it. We pull it back out. We use some AI to do that. I've written a very extensive, is it prompts? I guess they call them these days. I don't even know anymore, but it's a thing that goes to the API and does a deal. That's the app I'm building, by the way, and it's almost done. So here's what happens. Your ideology that you have is affecting you every single day. Whatever you feel in mind, whatever your worldview is, it's affecting you. And then you come to a podcast like this, you want to learn a little bit, maybe think a little bit, grow a little bit, and still you're bumping your head against the wall. I get it. We've all bumped our head against the wall. I'm tired of seminars. I'm tired of people telling me what I got to do. I'm tired of people saying, hey, you got to change today. Well, I don't want to change today. When are you going to change? I don't even know. People say, that's wrong. You should know. You should be decisive. Make your move. I just understand something. If you don't know you're going to change, that's cool. If you change in 3 weeks, that's cool. If you change in a year, that's cool. I don't care when it is. I just know that we have to work through these things that are who we are, how we see the world. And the only way we can do that is to document that. It's to capture it in real time, which is why I created the Daily Awareness Diary. So what is the result of the Daily Awareness Diary? So we don't often talk about the other side of it, what happens here. The result of it is if I can get you to do this stuff, and again, I'm not going to teach it today. I don't even have it available for you right now. So I'm sorry about that. But there are some podcasts. You can go to my website, motivationtomove.com, search Daily Awareness Diary. You're going to find where we talked about this, and it'll teach you, okay? It's there. So, and the search works. Excuse me. So what is the result of this? If I can get you, and I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to sit down. I know you don't want to take 10 minutes a day to answer a couple of questions. Not even every day, but just at least 5 days a week. And I also know that if I can get you to do it, that within about 4 or 5 days, you'll get so excited to sit down because you start to reveal yourself. What is the result of this? Well, it's called a Who I Am. And I've called this my document for many, many years. It's a living, breathing document that I get to put in front of myself called Who I Am. It's a foundation for my growth and change as I live today and as I evolve. It's where I can look at a piece of paper and I declaratively state, this is who I am, not based on what I think I am, what dream I've had, what somebody told me to be, what book I've read, but through my actual actions. And my friends, that's freaking scary. That's freaking scary. If I were to ask you today to audit every single action you take and every thought you have, would you be excited or would you be scared to death? I know the answer to that one. But it's when you turn into that and you face it that everything comes alive. So the Who I Am doc is where we head with this. What do we do? Well, how we see yourself. It's how do you see others. It's how do you act in situations. It's what do you believe. It's what kind of people do you hang out with. What kind of people do you not hang out with? What are rules for? And which ones do you choose to follow? You want to have a little fun here? What food do you like to eat? What's your workout philosophy? What's your clothing style? Who's your favorite hairdresser? What brush do you buy to do that hair? It seems really, really silly, right? But think of it for just a second. There are things that you do that, at least for now, define who you are, and sometimes you don't even know why they are. Sometimes because you've done it your whole life, sometimes because somebody say, hey, you should try this, and you're doing it. And yet, there is some complication in that because you're ever changing, and maybe you have some ideas and some goals. You haven't gotten to the place where you actually know what you want to do yet. You're still kind of working on the old past you. And that's okay. We can't take the past you and throw it away. It never ceases to exist. All it does is take up new framing in your head. You start to think about it differently. And as that happens, we create the new you. Yes, it happens. So when you take the time to audit what you're doing all the time and pay attention to it, be willing to do that. You're doing what nobody else will do, by the way. Nobody does it. Here's a secret to you as well. If you do this for a while, eventually it'll become your Who I Am document. And you'll start doing who you are all the time. You'll act in a certain way. You'll act according to your values and your principles. You'll make decisions from that place. And eventually it gets very simple for you. In fact, what today is very cumbersome and seems like a lot of stuff with millions of things that are messing you up. And yes, that's a technical term, messing you up. As you begin to kind of pay attention to what they are and you start seeing how other agendas are infiltrating your life and you don't like that and how you react to that and you write your Who I Am document, suddenly you know who you are, you know how you act, and you start behaving that way. You stop drifting. And here's the really cool part about this. A lot of people think, well, if I do that, if I change, what's going to happen around me? You're going to get a little resistance here or there, but the resistance you get is going to be from people and things that you didn't want anyway. It's but you've been putting up with it. You're also going to find some resistance that you've been putting up with that you're like, yeah, but you know, this is really good for me. based on my worldview and what my who I am document says I am, I should invest in this and see if I can make it better. Going through some tough times, working things out. Now, a lot of you already know this stuff. Depending on what you study, you already know I'm walking on certain lines here of areas that we need to be. I'm saying sometimes you got to get rid of things you don't like, and sometimes you need to walk right into them. Sometimes you don't know why somebody showed up in your life. Sometimes you don't know why somebody made you do something. Oftentimes I'll have coaching clients who will make me push them to a point that I feel really bad doing it. I feel like the meanie, but I'm pulling out, decades of coaching experience, decades of knowledge, a very, very clear path. I know how to do it. I know how to impact the change they want, but they make me feel like a bad guy to the point that I say, why did you make me do that? Now, I don't say it out loud very often anymore because I know they made me do it because they hired me to do it and because nobody else did it for them and they wouldn't do it for themselves. So I strap that armor on and I go do it. Don't carry any of the weight. I just go through it. And the whole goal is to get you to know who you are, which is the holy grail. And I'm not messing around here. I mean, I know the personal growth is one of these things that people say, well, it doesn't work. A lot of people believe it doesn't work anymore. It does work. It freaking works like crazy. What doesn't work are the pseudoscience and all the life coaches out there who have just taken the easy part and the woo-woo part. Let's do this. Be all you can be. Listen, the Marines can be all they can be. Why? Because they get out of bed at the crack of dawn, they bust their asses, they put themselves in danger, and they rebuild them into superheroes. Yes, they can be all they can be because they've trained to do it. Most of us don't do that, do we? Most of us go to the seminar and say, is there a unicorn and a rainbow, or do I have to get an Uber? I'm just saying. I'm pumped up, man. And the reason I am is, again, because of these conversations. Aged from 29 years old to mid-60s. All on the same page. One thing we all had in common. The younger they were, the more they thought they knew who they were. The older they were, the more they were trying to remember who they were. If they were older, they were relaxed and trying to get back into it. If they're younger, they're just trying to get through the next 10 years while they figure it out. In the middle somewhere is where we live, and that's our who I am. So I'll talk more about this, the who I am. I am creating a very, very cool app that will be available once we get it out of beta that will do this for you. And it's pretty awesome. So I'll tell you about it. It's not ready, so I'll tell you about it soon.